Hello from Trinity Lutheran Church in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania. This week we will be looking at words that have to do with healing. And our first word will be lost. When we need healing, it means we have lost something. Our health, our job, a relationship, our standing in the community, or each other. In the beautiful series Jesus of Nazareth, which was a series in the 1970s that is still widely watched today, the story of the prodigal son is presented in an extremely powerful way. Jesus has just gathered his disciples, but not all of them are happy about whom he has chosen. Of course, this is conjecture, but it's also fairly safe conjecture. Jesus didn't just choose fishermen. He chose disciples from different walks of life, including Matthew, a tax collector. Peter, in particular, is pictured as at odds with the choice of Matthew. Tax collectors were seen as fallen, self-indulgent. They were often wealthy because they cheated the people, and they were also seen by the Jewish people as a little too cozy with the enemy, the empire in control of Israel, Rome. Yet as Jesus begins, there was a man who had 2 sons, and the youngest son said, "Give me my inheritance. I want to go out into the world." It immediately becomes apparent that he is referring to people like Matthew, who have drifted from God in the search of wealth. And as he comes to the end of the story, when the prodigal, who has realized the foolishness of his actions, returns to his father, it becomes apparent that Jesus is casting Peter as the angry, loyal, older son who has stayed behind, the son who refuses the celebration, the son who hears the plea of his father, "Come, rejoice with us. Your brother who was lost has been found." Of course, part of the brilliance of the parable is we don't know what the older, faithful, angry son does. The story just ends. But in the movie, we get an answer. Peter sees that the lost son is important to Jesus, important to God, and he realizes in shame that he has been petty and mean. Peter and Matthew are restored to one another. The lost is found and healing occurs. There are times when we lose each other, but as the Father calls us back to his embrace, we are called to remember that we are all fallen, all flawed, and that our call is to let the lost find their way home. For there will be times when we need that grace as well. Truly, the grace of God. Peace.